I am Electro Llama. This is my park, Dragon Cove. The goal was to finish designing the 5 coasters that are partially built, and I decided to go a little bit overboard with them. So I started out with this coaster just to make some money. I just kind of built outwards until I had enough money to start building. So this is my first coaster, Hydra, kind of based on the Hydra from Greek mythology. Has really good ratings for this type, mostly due to the scenery. So let's go ahead and watch this train. There we go, good timing. Yeah, so it starts out with, I kind of like this drop that I put here. I think I'll use that in the future. Looks nice for this type of coaster. So kind of goes through here. And I like this drop here. I kind of use the landscape, carved away some of that hill. And it has just enough speed to get up this. Kind of mid-section brake run, I think that's called. Nice little scenery area. Yeah, and then it kind of just does a few more hills back to the station. So yeah, that's Hydra. The ratings are mostly from the scenery, but overall pretty good. Just lift hill back to the station. Alright, what was the one I did next? I think Drake. Definitely went overboard on this one. Really good excitement, even disregarding the added scenery. I had a lot higher excitement than intensity. So I'm pretty proud of this one. Yep, so it started out with this drop already. I did this part. I think this part's pretty cool. It's kind of high speed through a bunch of turns. Nice sort of 0G hill. Some negative G's. And then I mid-course brake run. A nice little section in this corner of the park. And I was gonna end it there and just go back to the station. So I had this lift hill. But then I noticed that there's this really nice sort of landscaped slope here. So I added one last big drop. It was a pretty tall drop too. A nice little section. It's crazy how I judge the speed of this part. Alright, slows down to 9 miles per hour. And then just kind of makes its way back to the station. Yeah, so that was Fire Drake. Kind of fire themed. I made this part to try to look like fire kind of spewing out of this hole. And then made the track look like it was hot. Yeah, so it's one of my better coasters that I've made. Pretty proud of how this section works out. Can watch it one more time. Yeah, sounds pretty cool. Alright, and then next I made Wyvern. This one was really intense, so I tried to take it a little easier on this one. Excitement of 6. Train 2, whenever that's ready. Oh, good timing. So I already started with, I think, this lift hill, and then part of the end. So I had some flexibility with this. I wanted to have this interact with the terrain a little bit more. So it's almost entirely against the terrain. There's this cool section, the loop. I wanted to avoid just doing the loop and then going straight back through it again. So I have some extra section here. Goes down to ground for a bit, comes back out. Actually needs a booster here to make it through the loop. And then it just sort of makes its way back. There's a nice last little drop there, some hills, and then I think back to the station. Yeah. So that's Wyvern. Pretty good ratings. Not too intense. Alright, and then next one was this bobsled, which again I went kind of overboard because I wanted to mix up the scenery, and I think kind of overdid it. It's a little too much happening. Yeah, so it started out with this part, kind of pre-built, kind of keeping it fairly simple. I'm surprised it actually makes it up this hill with enough speed. Alright, just kind of simple bobsleddy stuff. Probably should have ended it there. Maybe just like one last drop and then back to the station. But I guess this is sort of just a warm-up for the rest of the coaster. Yeah, the length of my other coasters are like a minute and something seconds. This one is 3 minutes. So it makes its way to the top. A nice tester hill to give it some initial speed. Nice sort of a medium intensity intro. So let's switch to this angle. Yeah. This part's pretty cool how it goes over itself and then under. Yeah, and here's the big drop. Goes really fast. 44. And then all the way up this huge hill. Just enough speed. Down again. You have to be careful with high speed because then you need to bleed off all of the speed before going flat again after an uphill. So all of these, I had to sort of adjust them based on the speed. Alright, so now it calms down a little bit. So we're just interacting with the scenery. Still pretty high speed throughout. Yep, and then I just needed to return to the station. This was a little too high to just go straight there, so I needed to do something similar with what I did with Hydra. Just a little lift hill, just for a final return to the station. Yeah, so pretty intense for a bobsled, these huge hills. Yeah, so intensity is high, but also really good excitement. Negative vertical G's. I think -1 is when the trains lift off and crash. So I have a didn't get too close to that. Alright, then the last coaster I built was Smog. Kind of ran out of ideas of what to call it. It's kind of going over the water. So that's kind of what reminded me of that scene in the movie when he's attacking the water town. It's a nice curved drop interacting with the landscape. And I wanted to try a cobra roll. So this is a nice big one with these added slip parts. Pretty good speed here. And it has a loop. Use a lot of helixes here because I had enough money to do that. I made this sort of blend in with the water. I think it came out pretty good. And here's parlors flying through I forget the name of that town in the movie. I think that came out pretty good. Messing around with some scenery. Alright, and then I just needed to return to the station. but I think initially I didn't have enough speed to go over this corkscrew. So I just have a last section here, and then through that pre-built corkscrew. Yeah, so I think, yeah, this also has really high excitement and high intensity with the 6 inversions. Yeah, that's my park. Some of the best coasters that I've made, and I really spent the time with the scenery. Kind of went overboard with some areas, made the coasters longer than they needed to be, but overall pretty good. Alright, just as a bonus, also built this 2 really good water rides with scenery. This one starts out in kind of a reservoir sort of thing, which I think turned out pretty nice. It has a nice drop, and just kind of calm ride through the rest of it. The last drop here. And then the other one I built was, I was messing around with having kind of embedding a rapids ride in with the scenery. So here's Dragon's Gorge. High excitement with all the scenery I added. So yeah, I just wanted to make it look like it was, the rafts were just part of the river. Added sort of some waterfall type things. Yeah, I think that came out pretty good. It's hard to get a good angle on it because there's a lot of trees. This part came out pretty good too, as it returns back to the station. And I also just made kind of a nice gentle rides area, and then a thrill rides area. That's kind of cool, low belly. So yeah, that's my park. Hope you enjoy it. And I'll see you guys soon.